What's up, ladies and non-ladies? It is Cerealkiler back again with TOA 99 hard. Take 3 for me. I've failed twice so far, but I think in the last ones I've figured out what I need to do to fix it. I've had Mav die twice on my first 2 attempts, so I'm going to go ahead and switch Mav into the leader position and Tesarion out of the leader position, and I think we'll be able to get this thing done. This is kind of a weird thing. I don't see anyone really talk about this, but I'm planning on killing the whole level with just Tesarion dots. It's going to slow things down a little bit, but I feel like the way to do Wave 3 is to bring Tesarion, and I just don't have room for him elsewhere. So I dropped Baretta, took Tesarion. Originally I had Tesarion as a leader, but my Mav is not very sturdy at all, and he was getting killed by the double Verde, double Spectra. So I moved Mav over to the far left, give him his hit point leader skill, and hopefully that'll be enough to keep him alive through the first go round until I can get everything stunned with my Gildong. The problem is the Leo ends up opening the stage, kicks the shit out of my Gildong, and then kind of screws up everyone's speeds, and the enemies get kind of a free reign turn to go to town on my Mav, and hopefully this will be enough to keep him alive. The trash won't be much of an issue. I'm, short a Baretta dot, so it's going to take a lot longer, but this should be super doable. Gildong's going to stun the shit out of everything the whole time. I'm not planning on anything killing me. It's just going to rely solely on Tesarion dots to murder this thing down. So what I'm thinking I'll probably end up do is, I'm going to do this. I am going to kind of show you the opener of Wave 1 and 2, kind of let everything get under control so it's obvious that it's going to work, and then I'll cut out the middle fat of the stage and then show you the end of the wave as well, so you're not sitting here watching me kill stuff with Tesarion dots for 2.5 hours. Once we get to Wave 3, I'm going to let that one play the whole way through because I think that's probably worth more of your time. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this guy right here, and I'll see you back in a couple seconds / 8 minutes. Alright guys, so we just cut 5 minutes and 20 seconds out of that Wave 1. Obviously that's not optimal, but frankly at this point, TOA 99 hard, I could care less if this takes me 30 minutes or not. I just want to get it dead, and I think this is a nice safe way to do it. There were no scary issues killing this trash. It's, everything stayed stunned the whole time. Gildong is amazing. Best unit in the universe. Holy shit, I love this guy. And it's an easy win. It just took forever because everything is dying basically exclusively from Tesarion dots and a little bit of Spectra damage. So we're about to drop this last light griffin, and then we'll move into the next wave. We'll again show you the beginning of that, get everything set up, and I'll probably cut out the middle 5 minutes or so of this guy as well. Yeah, this wave is another gimme wave. Nothing's going to happen on this wave. I guess it's technically possible to wipe on Wave 1 of this stage if you let one of the Bernards go apeshit and then all 14 of the Bernards end up going apeshit. But this stage right here is pretty impossible to fail if you bring any sort of crowd control. Really the only way I could see failing this stage is if you make your team so specific to killing Wave 3 that you abandon a bunch of the kind of TOA crowd control attack bar basic stuff, and then at that point, sure, one of these or two of these Liesels could get their AoEs off and murder your Spectra. It could go downhill from there. But with a regular crowd control team, this team's not going to do shit. They're going to die slowly and even more slowly and also very slowly because of this Tesarion being my only DPS, but it's a guaranteed win. At this point, I'm going to Wave 3 already, and then we can try our luck against Leo 14 Verdes and 26 Spectras, and hopefully we can end up on top. Everything's nice and set here. It's obviously very stable. I'm going to go ahead and cut the recording, take a few minutes out, and then meet you back at the end of wave 2. Alright guys, welcome back. I just skipped 6 minutes and 50 seconds of slowly torturing everything to death with this Tesarion. Just like I thought, no unexpected surprises, nothing crazy. Ooh, so that was nice. He actually, I think, used this big thing there. Usually Gildong has a little bit more life than that. Cool, we got the oblivion on him. Now, if I could knock everyone back, we'd be super amazing. I really think I need to heal and get that armor buff up. I need to get one AoE stun off on Gildong, except fucking Spectra didn't slow the two people on the right. So this might actually be a fail because of Spectra, which is very odd. But we'll see if we can recover from this shitty opening and see what we can get done. I'm loving Basalt taunting or doing violent 406 times in a row. It's quite convenient. Stun this guy, or I should probably try to taunt him so it doesn't glance. Alright. There's my Mav getting the shit kicked out of him. So I need to survive 3 more Gildong turns, and then I think it's 1. So hopefully I need to put Oblivion on that other Verde. I would love to stun something. I went for him to not glance, but that didn't work. And another Basalt heal, and another Basalt violent, and I got a taunt. Alright, we're liking this. I guess we'll break some. Well, no, let's attack, break some shit. I could have really liked a violent proc there on my Gildong. Let's go ahead and refresh. Well, let's fail to, but let's try to refresh this Oblivion. We got it. Wings of Wind. So my next Gildong turn, I can AoE stun everything. So if the Spectra does not kill my Mav right here, I think I win. Oh, I had a taunt on that one. Awesome. We're going to refresh this right Verde Oblivion, which didn't work. And thank you. Give me my fucking win. Should be over at this point. The first one's real hard because they start with full attack bar. Once you get that second one off with the Gildong, it's pretty much game set match. So I'm thinking this one's win, or a win already. I'm kind of going to take it slow and careful just to make sure, because this is going to take a while. We're tickling all this shit to death with a Tesarion only, which is slightly not optimal, or I guess hugely not optimal, but I'm pretty confident we're getting this thing done. Up till now, I haven't been past the TOA 93 hard, so I'm pretty stoked to be on 99, and Gildong's gonna stun the shit out of everything, because he is fucking amazing. And we're just gonna try to thin this herd out a little bit, get that Verde down. Stunning a Leo might be nice. I prefer to not have to risk him kicking the shit out of my Gildong. Got a taunt off on him. Let's get some attack breaks out. And this should be good game. Oh shit, we let the Oblivion fall off Leo. Gotta get that back on Leo. Basalt is putting in some work. Fuck you all. Oh god, I love that angry wave. That is stupidly broken. I don't know if they're gonna fix that or not, but it's fucking broken. Well, shit. So that cut right there was not planned. I just realized my program was no longer recording me. So this is the same take that we just left off on. Nothing really crazy happened other than I stopped recording for... actually, I don't have a time for you on this one. I would assume, another 4 or 5 minutes, because it's about the same as the cuts that we did on the other ones, but I don't have a set time on it. But once we got that second Gildong stun off, it was game over at this point. So this is TOA 99 hard attempt 3. The first two were with this team, but Tesarion lead instead of Mav. I like this much better. If you had a much sturdier Mav, maybe you wouldn't need to do it. Or if you just have a better comp, you might be able to go another way about it. But this right here is a team that is very achievable. Basalt is really the only thing hard to get in this team, and unfortunately there's really not a big workaround around not having Basalt. But a lot of the people that are at TOA 99 hard have a Basalt, and the rest of this team you should have or should have access to. Most people probably don't have a Gildong built. Hopefully you've got one sitting in your storage. You need to build this guy. This is stupidly broken how billion% uptime he has on his stun. And this guy's about to carry me to my first TOA 99 hard kill, along with Tesarion's Oblivion. Not being able to Oblivion the Leo, I wouldn't have enough speed to keep these things stunned. And there we go. So very kind of off the wall team, but I think it works beautifully. Not even going to screw around with anything else. Next time I need to fight that team, I'm bringing those 5 guys. I'll put in my 40 minutes and guaranteed win, or at least relatively guaranteed win. I'll let them have 40 minutes. I don't care. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Have a good one.